because we have to give them the megaphone.
Like this?
I mean, we can skip that and just...
Yeah, but do they need to introduce themselves?
Yeah, that's the plan. Okay.
You guys are on laptop, right?
Yeah, we thought
Clap or any emoji can be possible for this. Orkun, while you present, you will look on the presentation or to the
I will try to look on the audience as well, as much as I can.
So maybe I will look where's the best position for me so you can see.
So I think the best position for you is where I'm gonna go now, maybe. So this way. I already have some figures to look at. Hey, Colin.
No.
Colin. Hey. Hi, man. Quick one. After presentation, is there gonna be a Q&A or we will just proceed with the other groups?
We'll have a Q&A. Like if the jury members will have answers, we'll have a Q&A.
Sorry,
You
can you repeat?
can make it also like part of your presentation when you're at the end. Like you can ask the people,
Yeah,
do you
this is
want to
what I'm
have
planning,
some
but
questions?
that's why I want to ask, because this was what I was planning. But yeah, if the other teams are gonna present it, then I won't do it. But yeah, anyways, I will do it, and then we will see. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. 11 different nationalities. We have people from Germany, from Finland, Estonia, but also from USA, Peru, India. And they all work together across Europe. Some people worked in Germany in the Fleet 7 co-working space in Kiel. Some people worked in Tallinn in the Factory Lab in Estonia. And other people also joined online, coming from places like Germany or Switzerland. We are very excited to hear the final presentations and what teams have come up to. Before we start, I'm gonna say a quick thank you to the city of Kiel for making this event possible. Thank you to the president of Kiel, Hans-Werner Thorwall, for making this European event possible. I'm gonna give you a quick heads up of what this event will look like. We know that VR events can be a bit constraining over longer times. We want to keep it short and impactful. And yeah, first off, we're gonna start with the team of XR Ocean. Participants already know us, but we want to introduce ourselves to the guests and also to the jury. And after that, yeah, we're gonna introduce the jury, the attendance. We're gonna have a small introduction. Then we're gonna finally have the pitches of the teams, one after another. And then jury will stick their heads together, evaluate the teams. And then after a small break, we will have the award ceremony, and we will know who gets 1,000 euro that the winner, the winner project will get. And yeah, after we know the winner, people can still stay here to connect and have a little chat, have a little chat about about the technology of extended reality. Yeah, so who is this? I'm going to welcome Michael Dolz. He is from the Kieler Nachrichten, head of the real estate development. Michael, can you please come up to the stage?
Here I am.
Gonna go to
Thanks
the
a
next
lot,
slide
Graham.
so people know how you look like. This is Michael.
Let me have a look too. That's okay. I'm fine with it.
Okay. So, what is
audience,
XR
very
Ocean
sorry,
about? What
you're-
is the vision?
Okay, first of all, audience, I'm so sorry for not having my beanie on as a digital avatar, but nevertheless, I can of course give you a hint about what our plan is with XR Ocean. So that was our first attempt of an XR hackathon, and we already learned a lot. For example, we already learned that this definitely won't be the last one. So we want to do everything we can to be able to continue this work in the future. And with the next steps, we will consolidate our activities for maintenance, for the work on establishing XR cluster here in Kiel. And for example, therefore, we will found an association very soon. The goal is to build up a setup that is able to work free of charge. So our core intent is non-commercial core intent. Aim is to create a networking platform and a cluster on which people who are interested in VR as well as young professionals can find each other. But companies too should be able to come into contact with startup players here. In addition to hackathons, conferences, networking, meetings, and so on are planned in the future too. But we would also like to develop offers where all groups from society can get to know the technology and its potentials. So the core goal of XR Ocean is to give the XR technology a home here in Kiel. So I'm looking very much forward to meeting you and many, many more again in the next year here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the words. We're gonna go right ahead to the introduction of the or maybe first we're gonna just have a small word about the initiators of XR Ocean. It was initiated by 3 different companies. We have the Kieler Nachrichten, which is the largest newspaper in Kiel. They also belong to the biggest news company in Germany, the MedSec Group. They cooperated together with HoloNative, an AR and VR agency. Together with 2 friends, I founded this company 1.5 years ago to create exciting new media for the future. And Fleet 7 is the largest co-working space in Kiel. It is the home base of XR Ocean. This is where everything starts, where the events happen. We're very excited about this group, and of course, we have already found a lot of partners in the whole European area. Okay, so first off, I think we start with Franziska Uhing, which is actually also my professor from the University of Kiel. I'm going to introduce her because she has some microphone problems. She is joining us via the YouTube stream. Franziska Uhing is an expert for interaction design. She teaches immersive media and also how people interact with media. I'm very excited about Mrs. Uhing joining us, so thank you very much for coming. Next up, we have Christian from Denmark, and I think Christian is here, so maybe he can introduce himself. You can see Christian at the jury seat. Let me check it really quick. People should hear you now.
Super. Yes. Yeah, hello. My name is Christian Nyhus Andreasen. I'm working with incubating startups in games, film, and XR environments here at a place called Filmby Aarhus. Basically, it's a business park in Aarhus, a bit north of where you are. Well, I look very much forward to this. It's been I'm very excited to see what the teams have come up with. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. Very excited to have you. Thank you for coming. Next, we have Jussi Lukainen. Is Jussi here? Can we have him? If not, I'm going to introduce him. He's the CEO and co-founder from Platonic Partnership and also an expert with especially VR, and we're also very keen to have him here. Then we have Suzanne. Suzanne is from Hamburg, and she's also here. So maybe Suzanne, if you would like to introduce yourself, it would be very.
Hi. Yes, I'm Suzanne from Hamburg, and I'm vice president of Next Reality Hamburg. We are a non-profit organization for Hamburg regarding the themes and the topics around virtual reality, augmented reality, and 360. So besides that, I'm managing director at Virtual X. So I'm always excited about the new concepts regarding VR and AR. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Very happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Susanne. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so we have another one here, Matt Lumer. He's from Estonia, founder of Future Class, I think. Also here, we can hear you, Mark.
Yes, hopefully you can. Hello, co-founder would be more exact. But yeah, thank you. Also, yeah, me and Rain here on the left, who I assume is up next. We are in the. What are we? I think I'm the chairman, and you're the something. Anyway, we're the head guys of the Estonian VR and AR Association. Sorry, I'm not very into titles. Yeah, and we basically are also excited to see what is gonna be presented. And yeah, we're both pretty active, I would say, in the XR scene in our region, Estonia and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark, for being here.
Thank you.
And yeah, as you already a bit like introduced your colleague, Rein Sobel. I think Rein is also here, so I'll hand you over the mic.
Yes, I'm here. Hopefully you can hear me. Hello everybody, my name is Rein Sobel and I'm the co-founder and creative director at Marovia Production, and as Matt mentioned, also a member of the board at Estonian VR AR Association, and I also teach virtual reality in the University of Tallinn as a guest lecturer. So I'm also very anxious to see what you guys have been working on, and hopefully I can be of
Nice. Thank you. So we have an international committee of jury members. We have a lot of international participants. So now it's all about the ideas, visions that the teams have co-created, and we're really excited about it. We have seen a quick look, but now we're excited about the presentation. We're going to start with Team 1. Team 1 has worked in Estonia. 3 people have worked in Estonia. One guy, Niklas Andres, joined online. Orkun is actually from Turkey, Joel is from India, and Sammy is from Peru. I think it's the most international group we have. It's hard to get even more international or global. So yeah, we're really excited about the presentation. Please, Team 1, come up to the stage, and then we're gonna listen to your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Colin. So I think we are waiting for the. Yep, perfect. Hi, everyone. So my name is Orkun. I'm going to present our project, Box Citizens, on behalf of our team, Team 1. So Box Citizens is actually made of 2 words, box and citizens. So basically, the vision is to create a happier place with a new urban space. I'm going to skip this because Colin already introduced our team. So we are based in Germany and Estonia. So we would like to introduce you our friend, Jonas. So Jonas is actually a citizen of Kiel, and he's actually having trouble in his city life. So he has many hassles, such as traffic congestion, parking space problems, and other problems related to municipal infrastructure damage and so on. So in general, Jonas is not happy with the municipal service. But it's not that municipality is not doing anything, it's just that there is a communication or engagement issue between municipality and Jonas. What do we mean by that? So municipality of Kiel is actually trying hard to get some feedback on the assets that they build. For example, they can talk about, they can get some ideas from citizens about the parking space. But when they try to explain to Jonas asks, like, which parking lot are you talking about? When they try to explain it through the address, location is not clear. And the same thing can happen with the warning as well, right? So when municipality wants to warn citizens like Jonas about that a street will not be accessible next Tuesday, Jonas will say, which street? And then municipality of Kiel will try to explain through the number of streets, the names, but again, it will be unclear because Jonas doesn't know all the street names. And it can be triggered from Jonas' side as well. So Jonas might actually submit a complaint about a tree that fell down, blocked the sidewalk in his street. And the municipality can ask Jonas, okay, so which street are you talking about? Where exactly? And then Jonas will try to explain the street but the address will not be clear. So what's the problem here? The problem is that usually in those engagements between municipalities and citizens, the locational context is actually missing. And it has many implications and many impacts in different areas of civic engagement. So firstly, there will be some mismatch between citizen needs and municipal needs. That's quite important in terms of public spending and how to make that efficient. Also, the infrastructure investments will be wasted or ineffective. Citizens like Jonas will be unheard because of the complication in the communication of addresses and locations. There might be some accidents, for example, the warnings of municipality, if not understood, it might cause accidents as well. And also the citizens' participation will be low because of this same engagement and communication issue. And in the end, it will all lead to wasted public money, unhappy citizens like Jonas, and physical and environmental damage. Sorry. So what do we offer? So we offer gamified augmented reality app to solve this issue. So basically, we can have this app to facilitate the interaction between municipalities and citizens just by adding the locational context in their engagement. So as you can see on the right side, there will be some boxes that will be located, that will be placed either by the municipality or by the citizen. So these boxes will trigger engagement such as warnings, informations, for example, hey, this is a construction zone, so watch out. Or some updates and news like, hey, there will be a festival right here next week. Or it can trigger actions as well from the municipality side. For example, municipality can ask Jonas to take a photo of a specific asset like hydrant and send. Or Jonas will create a box himself to suggest or complain about something. So how will it work? So basically, municipality can create 4 types of boxes. As I mentioned, red box for warning and information, blue box for updates and news about the city, orange box as well to provide some gifts and discounts. And the idea with orange box is to actually involve private sector so that they can help this project to be funded. And also, as I mentioned, the green box, which would trigger an action like, hey, take a photo or video of something, or hey, just measure the noise in your street in that location. And again, the citizen, Jonas, can also create a box, call it black box, like suggestion and complaints. And in the end, for each box that is created and, each box that is viewed by the citizen will, in the end, turn into some points. Obviously, this solution may not be a good fit for all cities, so we need to think about the climate fitness, the urban layout fitness, the internet broadband quality, and smartphone ownership. And also, we need to think about citizens who are allowed and able to walk freely outside and who have smartphone tablet owners. So just to walk you through a journey, a sample journey, Jonas logs in the app. Jonas walks around the city with his phone. Jonas gets notification with a box when he's nearby. And then Jonas approaches and views the box. And then Jonas earns points. If it's a green box, then it means Jonas will take action, like taking photo and so on. And in the end, Jonas can redeem his points, like, for example, partnerships, like free flight, free train tickets, or free something. At the same time, as mentioned, Jonas can create his own box. And again, Jonas can earn points. And in the end, Jonas will be happy. And municipality will also be happy because they just captured new data and they will turn it to new insight and hopefully they will take action. So this is how it would look like. You can imagine some boxes on your app on the sidewalk like this, and it can, and once it's clicked, it can open a message. Now we will show you a video with a prototype, but unfortunately, because we had limited time, the prototype was not taken outside. So it was taken inside. So let us walk you through the prototype. So you just, let's say, sign up or logged in, you get a notification, hey, there is a box near you. And imagine this place was, let's say, a street rather than a lab. So in the street, you see the green box, you clicked on it and it says, hey, take a photo of the hydrant on your left, and then you turn left, and you take a photo of the hydrant, and you submit, and then you will eventually get some points, like 20 points, and then you can also share that with others. And at the same time, as we mentioned, there will be other box like red box, which is the warning box as, hey, watch out, the construction area, or the blue box. And, you know, blue box, as I mentioned, is for updates and news. When you click, it tells you about a music festival in this location next Tuesday. So the whole idea is to add the locational context into the engagement between municipalities and citizens. Obviously, there will be a lot of benefits for citizens and for municipalities. Citizens, obviously, number one will be ability to communicate the issues better and participating to urban planning and design in a better way, quicker response to their issues, improved citizen experience, and also gifts and surprises, as mentioned with the orange box example. And on the other hand, for the municipality, there will be better citizen satisfaction achieved, higher participation, reduced operational costs, because if you think about the green box, just to check the maintenance work, I mean, just to send some people for site visits and do the maintenance work and investigations and so on, they already spend much money. But if they kind of delegate this work to citizens and citizens take photo for them, it will be a huge value, right? And obviously they can also promote their city activities and news better way. So in terms of the value exchange, you can think of 4 stakeholders: municipality, local companies, and citizens and partners. Municipality will provide information, warning, news, and in return, citizens will provide suggestion, feedback, and data. And then from municipality to local company. So local company, you can think of it as local restaurant, for example. You can place those promotion boxes, the orange boxes, which can provide benefits to citizens. So they will get some leads, right, through the municipality's app. And in return, they will need to pay for those display ads. And from citizen to restaurant, let's say, there will be a relationship of conversion and sales. And between municipality and partners, it's all about collaboration on a points scheme. The partners can be public partners or private partners, right? People who can help citizens redeem their points, who will enable those redemptions, right? And citizens can redeem points, like, as mentioned, free tickets, free somethings, and then in return, they get service. This is just an indicative business case that we prepared in a short time. So there is a detailed breakdown of each element in a different spreadsheet. The idea is that on the return side, you can see revenue from display ads, which will be monetized through adding a private sector. And also there will be some savings of investigation. So these numbers were taken from the City of Kiel's budget, so with some assumptions. And on the cost side, so here are the costs, very typical, startup costs. And we see a ROI, a positive ROI in the first year, 30%. And the assumption of the team is, project leads, some developers and designers, municipal content coordinator and marketing and so on. And in terms of technology, just to go through it briefly, the idea is to have an interface with smartphone and tablets first. In the future, when the technology is there, or when we just try to adapt our capabilities, we can add Google Glass, Snapchat spectacles, and so on. And here are our development software that we think about. And this is just, I think it's not clear here because the text size is small, but this is just the action plan throughout the 1 year. So it's about preparation program, setup phase, and then product design development and launch, starting with a pilot and then scaling through other cities, and then ongoing product enhancement and project performance measurement. So that's all. Thank you very much for listening, and we would like to hear if you have any questions. Thanks.
We should go back to the chairs though, yeah.
So, do we have any questions from the jury?
Yes.
Give me a second. I'm gonna make you loud. Now we can hear you.
Lovely. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm wondering which of it seems to be that. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Glenn. Which of these features you think is so strong that not be built using just regular GPS? Seems a lot of places had to do with location, and typically you also just put them on the map.
I'm sorry,
For the people using it. Yeah.
What's the attraction for the people using it? Okay, so basically,
to like regular GPS kind of notification system.
yeah, sure. So first, it's in different ways. It's quite convenient for the citizens because they can accurately locate the issues in the city rather than on the map, which is a 2D platform in a way, or on an email trying to put the address, or even nobody actually uses coordinates, right, when they submit a complaint. So it's convenient. That's number one. Number two, it's a game. It's a gamified thing. So they collect points and they redeem those points, and also they get surprises like the orange box example. So in the future, more gamification elements can be added. Sure. Yeah. So this is for the citizen side. And
stuff like that.
Sorry.
You mean like leaderboards and stuff like that? Yeah.
Exactly, typical. I didn't feel the need to mention because gamification always brings those type of leaderboards, other trophies and things like that. So challenges between different attendees and things like that. So and again, they will get a lot of surprises, discounts, and they will be updated with news what happened in the city, like also warnings, right? So we don't usually read the news about what's happening in the city, like in terms of warnings, like, hey, watch out, there was snow, so it's slippery, or hey, watch out, it's a construction zone, things like that. So this would give a more accurate and location context is always helpful in those warnings.
Cool. And that's one more quick one, if that's okay. You mentioned advertising is the main source of income. Like, how would those advertisements be displayed? Are they coming out of a box, or are they visible in some other way?
Yeah, so it's actually the orange boxes that we were thinking. So the orange box will provide some discounts and gifts, and at the same time, it can give more information about that particular local partner. Let's say the example was restaurant, right? So the restaurant can say, hey, 10% discount just for you. By the way, we are located here and so on. And it's also an acquisition cost for the restaurant, right? So if the restaurant is new particularly, so this is this is a good way for the restaurant to acquire a new customer as well.
Anyone else have questions?
Actually, yes, there is a question from Franziska Uin. I just pass it along. The question is, in case many people report an issue to the municipality and this is no longer required, but people keep collecting scores, what will happen then?
Sorry, many people submit complaints and they keep getting scores.
Yeah, even though it's no longer required.
If it's no longer required, then so the idea is, so you're talking about the black box example. In that black box example, there should be some kind of a vetting. So the points might not be earned at that moment. There could be some kind of filtering, and that's one mechanism. Another mechanism would be, once there is a black box there, it can remain there. Don't complain about the same problem. So that's also to prevent duplicate complaints about the same problem. I don't know if it answered your question.
Can you
Yeah,
give
just
a
a second.
quick
She's
response?
just yeah, just a second. Just running.
So first, there is a vetting. Like the filtering, is this really a problem or not? Because in theory, they can just, put a box and say, I don't like the sidewalk, something like that, which is still something, by the way, still have good feedback. But you can also manage those things with the points, right? So black box point, so red box point would be maybe higher than black box, or green box would have the highest point because it has the most beneficial thing for the municipality, right? For example. So you can also manage the point scheme and manage people's behavior through the point scheme that you provide. And this example has, assumed that all the boxes of colors will have same points, but even one box may have different point than another box with the same color, for example, based on the importance of topic.
Yeah, thank you. I think we're gonna have another question from Susanne. Is that right?
Yes. How do you want to prevent that only the people use the app who want to be entertained or want to play games? So I think you want to involve the whole population, right?
the whole
So
population,
how you
right?
want to
So
do
how
that?
you want to do that?
So in terms of, so basically we mostly thought about only the AR part of it, but in reality, what you can do as a municipality is, especially when it comes to the black box, because black box is more about citizens' participation. I mean, the other boxes are also about participation, but black box is particularly topic where you should provide more accessibility to citizens, right? So perhaps we can prepare a website as well with all those, GPS and, like a Google Maps thing, and citizen can locate from the website black box only. When it comes to other boxes, and by the way, the same can happen through red box as well, but we want to keep it more on the augmented reality side rather than just the website. And also citizens may not attend to green boxes on the website. They need augmented reality experience to get benefits of the green boxes, orange boxes, for example, because green box requires you to be on the field. An orange box is actually something to promote you walk and see a locational advertisement, which cannot happen easily on the website.
Okay, great. Thank you, Orkun, and thank you the whole team one. Is there another question? If not, yeah, Christian.
Yeah,
you have
there
a
is
question.
one. Yeah, I cannot hear.
Sorry, we're gonna make you loud.
All right, thanks. No, just a question. So first of all, thank you very much. I think it's a great way of engaging with the public and setting up a collaboration with the municipality. I had a question towards the budget that I saw a rather large proportion set in for marketing. I was wondering in a public sector context how you ended up with on 600,000 in marketing. And basically thinking that the municipality would have good access to expose the product to the, well, basically to every citizen.
So basically what we were thinking was that usually if it's only about municipality doing their own advertisement might not be sufficient, so that's why we kind of, so usually these kind of municipal civic engagement apps, there are many amazing apps, but somehow there's always the adoption problem, and we believe one of those problem is the marketing side. So that's why we believe there will be a more private sector involvement on the marketing side as well, so that it's not only just another cool app that a municipality built, but it's actually something that is used. And yeah, so even private sector involvement is what we want in every stage of.
Super. So a very commercial way of marketing. Great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a last question? Or if not, we are going into a quick break. Art? Yeah.
It's kind of like way crowdsourcing the information from people about their city, and I think that's crowdsourcing the information from people about their city, and I think that's actually the biggest motivation for people to engage with the app. Maybe less so getting the discounts and things. Maybe wrong, but it's kind of like ways with the gamification and some coupon kind of advertising layer built in. Thank you. This is my final.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone. We are going into a quick 10-minute pause and then we will hear second team, which is coming up. So we'll meet each other at 7 p.m. Central European Summertime in 10 minutes. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I have. Oh wow. No, I didn't do it actually. Oh shit. Anyway, it's fine if it's just 1 minute, it's okay.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. Is everybody here? I think we'll wait just 1 minute, so everybody is back in form. So we can make sure everybody's here for the second team.
Colin, hast du noch eine Pause geplant?
Nee, ich habe nur gesagt 1 Minute. Dann geht's weiter.
Hast du nach dem Pitch noch eine Pause geplant, weil Jury gerade sagt, wir haben nicht mehr so viel Zeit, also eine Pause die beiden nächsten Pitches.
Dann machen wir zwischen Team 2 und 3 machen wir keine Pause dann. Danach machen wir nochmal 10 Minuten Pause, vielleicht, um das zu bewerten lassen.
Ja.
Oh. Danke.
Ups. Alles klar, gut.
I think we can start with the second team. I'm going to introduce the second team here. Second team was our offline team. In the time of online collaboration, they are the team that still went offline, old school, and they worked together in Tallinn, in Estonia, in the Mactory lab. They didn't know each other before the event, but they met now, and hopefully, they stay connected. We have Andrew Boyne from the USA. We have Anton Yavkin from Estonia and Russia. We have Kalin Petrea from Moldova and Romania. And we have Alexander Thomas Vasilyev from Estonia. So come up to the stage, guys, and we're excited to hear about your idea, your application.
Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sweet. All right. Hello. We are team 2, and you can't really tell it in VR, but we are all in our 20s. Now, being in our 20s, being young, we tend to be a bit impatient. Certainly too impatient to trug along with your average tour group, assuming that we even woke up early enough to join the tour. Traveling is supposed to be fun, not a chore where you're constantly checking the clock, making sure that you're running on time. And sometimes the tour schedules just don't match up with our schedules. And we're not the only ones with this problem. There are parents who miss tours because they couldn't get their kids dressed in time, or they have to leave the tour early because the baby got hungry. And what about people who are just in town for the day? I can certainly remember a certain 12-hour layover that I had in Amsterdam. There's a lot you can do in that time, but not if you're stuck searching for a tour group and then joining the tour group, waiting for it to start, then moving along slowly. Now, there are some interesting ways that people have come up with to help enhance the tourist experience, but they're all static images superimposed over your phone camera. And frankly, this isn't 2010 anymore. But what if you could get a personal tour from a historical figure? What if he only showed you places that you wanted to see? What if it wasn't static, but also interactive? What if you had a personal tour that you could start at any time or pause so you could go get some lunch, maybe hit that nightclub, and then come back and resume when and where you wanted? We've all seen those hop on, hop off tour buses, but what if you had that in the palm of your hand? This is what we can provide, with a map of the city with all the most interesting places to see and learn about, historical figures to explain this history to you, and 3D renderings of buildings and areas in question that you can rotate so that you can quickly see the entire building all while standing still in one spot, or even see how the building has changed throughout time. With Time Machine, our app, you can get a glimpse into the past as well as a tour of that past. Callan is going to explain a little bit about how the app works, how it functions.
Yes, so the overall idea of our app is a map of the city containing certain scenes tied up to places in that city. Whenever you come to, let's say, the Brandenburg Gates in Berlin, you get prompted, do you want to start a scene? And then you get an interactive 3D animated scene narrated by, for example, a historical figure from the city you're in, or just some celebrity if we get the right to use that model. So basically it's seeds tied to locations in the city that explain the history of that place.
All right. A little bit about how we're going to disseminate our app. We will, of course, advertise our app straight to the end user, to the tourists themselves, where through the app they can purchase packages, tourist packages for the city that they are visiting, or maybe they've been to that city before, or they just want to go off the beaten path, in which case they can contact us, and we will create a custom package with custom 3D models and history of those models and historical figures to tour them around the city. The second way is for us to partner with local tourist companies. And when a customer contacts the tour company looking for a tour guide, our digital tour will be one of the options that they can choose from. If the customer chooses our tour, we will, of course, have to share the revenue with the tour company. You might be asking, why would the tour company agree with this deal? Well, it's because they can make some money, and the only work they would have to do is to process the payment on their end. They wouldn't have to worry about hiring a tour guide, making sure that tour guide shows up on time, or any of that. They can just sit in their office, make some money. We consider this second form a part of like a hyper-targeted advertisement, as you can't get any more specific than someone who is already in the process of looking for a tour. See if my mouse starts working. All right. So this is our vision: to provide tourists with the ability to conduct a tour at their convenience and at their individual place. The value that we'd be giving to them is to have, instead of having to conform your schedule to the tours, with us, the tours would conform to you at your convenience and at your own individual pace. And we will give you a short little proof of concept.
Why isn't it playing?
That's a great question.
The old fortified city and many of its then suburbs. The new gate was commissioned by Frederick William II of Prussia to represent
There should be sound that goes with
named
this.
the Peace Gate.
There should be sound. I don't know why
I can hear the sound.
I don't know why.
I can hear the sound.
Buildings and built between, replacing the earlier simple guardhouses which flanked the original gate in the customs wall. The gate consists of 12 Doric columns, 6 to each side, forming 5 passageways. The Brandenburg Gate was not part of the old Berlin
Where's the
fortress,
audio?
but one of 18 gates within the
Where's the
Berlin
audio?
customs wall, erected in the 7th.
I could hear the
Good.
audio. I don't know about you. I could hear the
Good.
audio. I don't know about you.
So everyone else could hear the audio except for the speakers.
I can hear the audio too.
Yeah, looks like
Okay.
my internet is slow.
That's a little odd, but okay.
Maybe you can explain what the audio was about.
So the audio was just a voiceover coming from our tour guide over there, asserting his dominance with the T-pose, explaining to us what this building is and its historical significance. Yeah. And that is it. We'd like to thank XR Ocean for hosting this event. And if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer. We'll be happy to answer.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Do we have questions from the jury? Do we have questions from the jury? You can always raise your hand if you like. You can always raise your hand, but you can also, if you like, just say something and action. But you can also just think Ryan wants to say something. Is that right? I think Ryan wants to say something. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Thank you for the presentation. I was wondering, it's a neat idea. I was wondering, you think it will be a problem that this type of experience requires the tourists to be quite independent in a foreign city, find stuff on their own? Do you think it's a problem, or is it something that some people will enjoy, or will there maybe be like a strong polarization between people who want to be in a group or people who want to do things on their own pace? Or
So of course,
your vision
not
there?
everyone is going to feel.
Okay.
So not everyone's going to feel comfortable just being on their own, but for the younger generation, the ones who are constantly tied to their phone, I think that they're a bit more independent. I think that they're a bit more independent. Map and guides them around. Of course, they have a map as well as them around. If you're touring, as well as if you're touring before, a city, obviously already have some. Obviously, already have some bit of independence, or you wouldn't be in that city to begin with. Or you wouldn't. So this is obviously isn't for everyone, but I think so. This is obviously isn't for every generation. I think it's for definitely for the newer generation of people.
Yeah, nowadays it's not a problem being in a foreign city. For example, even my parents, which are close to 50 years, have already gotten used to using their phone to get around unknown places. That's a big of a problem nowadays.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So next up is Smart.
Hey AJ, thank you for this presentation. I have a couple of questions slash thoughts. One is that I've actually seen this in the museums and using actual glasses, and it's usually you don't even need the 3D models. You just kind of need it can even be video or any kind of digital content that is kind of that you see while you're looking from a certain angle at this object is like cool enough. Yeah, because you know when you're already at the Brandenburg Gate, then why would you need a 3D model of it, right? You might, but
yes.
more
Our
like
idea
some
was
sort of.
Let it burn down, so you can have models of a building, different time eras. For example, when it was in reconstruction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
You
cool.
can have that while being in front of the building, so you can see how it changed.
Yeah, totally. And different eras and so on, and different cut-throughs and whatever, like just ways how you can highlight certain parts of it and so on. Do you think this makes sense for phones as well? It's kind of hard to hold the phone for a long time in view, or you think it's like a glasses-only app? That'd be a question.
It's ideally a glasses app, but glasses aren't as popular right now as we hope they will be in the future. So
AJ is muted for me.
Sorry, AJ.
Can we just make all the speakers like Yeah.
Yeah, you're loud again.
Okay. So this would ideally be for glasses, but glasses are not widely adopted yet. So it would have to be more for the phone at this time. But as glasses become more common, then obviously we'd like to push that more.
Cool. And another question would be the content generation, how to make that effective and not having to build out crazy 3D stuff. But that's probably already getting into the weeds too much. That's like details of building such a product.
We've done a little bit of Googling, and we found that a photorealistic model of a person will cost around $5,000 to $6,000 in the US, and a detailed model of a building will be 10 times cheaper, so like 600 euros or something. If, for example, a tour package containing 30 models of buildings and 1 or 2 models of a person will be sold to thousands of people, it's not that costly.
And the photorealistic model will be in a.
Wait a second. I'm gonna give you the mic.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Now go ahead.
Thank you.
Please.
Yeah, I wanted to comment that in this calculation, the photorealistic model will be in a T-pose, asserting dominance while talking.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, the creation of photorealistic models is not that expensive, but rigging and animating them, that's where the money goes. It's my experience.
Yeah, that's also true.
And also, when you want to add multiple languages, then the body language might not match up. So you might need to create like separate animations for different languages also. So yeah, but of course that's maybe going into the details too much.
Is that right? We can hear you, Suzanne.
Oh, I do have one. Ah, sorry.
Yeah, we are switching to Christian. You have the microphone. You can go ahead.
All right, super.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
so
come over.
Oh, it doesn't. A second.
it does. Do you have me now? Hear me well.
Okay. Do you have to accept it? Yeah, now you can. Now we can hear
I
you.
think we're getting there. Yeah, super. So thank you very much for the presentation. I think you are diving into an ocean that is very interesting. For sure, the last couple of years have made traditional ways of consuming culture quite challenged, and there is a great need for thinking new in that field. So I think this is a good bet on joining that competition. But and then I want to say that I think you should continue working on this, paying attention to some of the things that do happen out there with the European tech community, for instance. Huge players like Google are there as well, and who knows, maybe Expedia or TripAdvisor or someone would be interested in a proposal from you guys. So keep up the good work. I think this shows some promise.
advisor when coming up with this. Be a great partner.
Perfect. So, do we have the last question from you? You have a question? We can't hear right now. I think I gave you the microphone. We should hear you. Okay,
No, I think
unfortunately
gave it
we
back
can't
to
hear
me.
right now. Let's try it again. If not, we are having just a fast break, 5-minute break, and then we start with the third team. Thank you so much for the second team. I really like the idea. I also come from the cultural background. How can we see or experience culture in the future? So I really like your idea too. Thank you. Okay, see you in 5 minutes, 7:30. Then we'll have the last team. Thank you.
You answered very good. I didn't, yeah. I had nothing to do.
have an idea where did we get his picture from?
Nope. Yeah. Is there a way to download the photos and stuff?
Try to check the directory where it's installed. Install it in.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. There doesn't seem to be a 3D app for that. Oh, where did I install this thing?
Oh wait, check. Be there.
Yeah, I'm in there right now. I'm trying to like, but you can like make it bigger. View it. Right click on it.
When you're in the new menu, there's on the top.
Colin, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, I just heard you, Susanne.
Okay, thank you, danke.
Maybe I can't see it in VR space. Maybe on the main menu. I'll leave this area. Maybe I can get done.
Geht gleich weiter, glaube ich.
Try to question diagonals and everything.
Kaspar Tamo.
Marie.
Hello.
Hey, is there a way to export the photos that you took in the chat? I'll try that.
Yeah, right. No worries. Colin. Colin?
Fine, alles gut. Weißt du, was das ist? Colin? Colin is having some technical issues, so I'm going to take it over from here on. Yeah, and without further ado, I'd like to introduce Team 3 to you, to the stage. Sarah Cooper from Germany, Tauno Kekon Finland, Francesca Leandro Turak, Hungary, and Kaspar Kovainen from Finland. Please get on the stage and show us what you've done. Hast du sie angenommen? Marie? Marie?
Haben die schon was gesagt?
Ja, ich habe gar nicht gehört.
Schade. Ich kann die nicht laut stellen gerade.
Warum nicht? Das ist das Problem. Warum nicht? Das ist das Problem. Guys, are you on mute?
Ich glaube, ich weiß, was
You need... Guys, are you on mute?
Ich glaube, ich weiß, was das
You need...
Problem ist.
Was denn?
Yeah, I'm on mute because Casper is in the same room and I want to.
Okay.
If you want to speak.
Waiting for. There we go. So thank you. Now,
That's a lot.
I want everyone to close your eyes and imagine an ugly urban space
Casper,
in your.
just a second. You're not on speaker right now. Sorry, guys, we're experiencing some technical issues here with the mic. Trying to solve it real quick.
Okay, Casper, do you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I just tried to mute you and to give you the megaphone, and you have to confirm that. I don't know if that's back on the.
No.
I could put Samo on.
Mitä sä sanot? Mitä sä sanot mua? Jollekin
I can give everyone the megaphone.
Yeah.
I can take some headsets.
Do you want to take my?
What are you looting us? Onko sä tehnyt sitä korttia?
Do you want to take my head? Yeah. I don't have the megaphone.
Yeah, I'll give you the megaphone. Okay.
Okay. You can start.
Everybody can hear you.
Why? You think?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to hold your head.
Well, we can just hear you, your avatar.
I need to hold your headset.
Yeah, okay.
So we have like a synchronized number. Someone else is
Right, can you all hear me? I will be holding the Saras.
No, it's don't see anything. He's gone. Now I can see him.
Put yourself on mute.
Okay, we'll make sure everything.
Thank you for the introduction. Now I would like everyone to close their eyes and imagine an ugly urban space in your town. Now open your eyes. What would be different? What would be different? And welcome. Our solution is your bee. With our concept, we want to make it possible that every citizen can take part in urban beautification. So we are making cities beautiful and enjoyable using augmented reality. Users will suggest improvements in real-world places. Everyone gets to have an input in urban development. That is our mission. Our vision is to be available everywhere and improve urban living around the globe. This is disrupting global urban development processes by democratization. He is walking down the streets of Kiel. He comes by a very ugly spot and thinks to himself, this needs improvement. If only I could do something about it. And he can. Using your bee's technology, he suggests an improvement in augmented reality using his smartphone. So other users find his idea interesting and they want to make it happen. By upvoting, they will influence local decision making. Thereby, everyone takes part in making their urban spaces beautiful. This is how your bee is empowering community-driven urban development. There are ugly places, especially in urban cities. We give powerful tools to beautify them. In the decision making. So this is how decision making will go both ways. In the future, citizens making suggestions for their own municipalities, municipalities making suggestions for the citizens to vote and take part. Most popular ideas motivate the local community to make it happen. And this is made with just simple voting, up and down votes, for example. The final vote will go through and happen in real life. So your bee is scalable globally. On this map is someone voting some ugly place in Kiel. It has high disruption potential because old ways of decision making are slow. We empower change through active citizenship participation. After this presentation, the prototype will be in Discord if someone is interested. And about the business side. We expect the minimum viable product at the basic level in 1 year. And the costs will be estimated as 400,000 for this large-scale complex application with databases, augmented reality functions, social media function. This estimate is made with industry data and our own knowledge of the field. We expect funding from multiple investors, such as seed stage investors, communities, cities, and most of all public funding. For example, EU would be very interested in making EU citizenship more participatory. So revenue from cities and municipalities at first, and we expect in 5 years we would turn a profit from companies too. This modular system could be used for other types of voting in augmented reality in the future. It is focused on urban development. Now, close your eyes and imagine the ugly place from the beginning of this presentation. Now think how it is beautified. I would like to end with a question. What would you do about it? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kasper and the whole team 3. Do we have some questions? Right here, I think there's one coming up. Anybody has a question?
I've got a question from Franziska Uing.
Go
I'll
ahead.
just pass it along. 2 questions actually. First one, how can people place their gear but they might not have a picture or a photo in advance? So do they just post text or what do they do?
So the idea behind this application is that there is like library of pre-made 3D objects that you can place on that location. Or you can import your own 3D object or an art form, artwork, for example, mural. Does that answer your question?
So like an object and place it as so. In the video we saw a person placing it using his phone, dragging object is selected or imported. It can also be 2D, like artwork, and thus place it, drag it, make it bigger, make it smaller. So we get exactly what the community wants.
All right, thank you for your answer. Second question from do you consider advert-based funding?
Sorry.
Sure. Question was, do you consider advert-based funding?
I didn't understand. Ads.
Do you consider funding with advertisement?
Yes. The idea is that there would be like advertisement in moderation, that it wouldn't be too pushy for the user. So that is also one possibility to generate profit.
Okay, thank you. Do we have another question? Anybody has a question, just put up your hand and we'll have Mike hand over to you. We have one from Rhein. I gave you the mic.
Yes, thank you. So if the app is all about enabling community creativity, then having the tools to actually express the tools you would have to build into this kind of app, you have to basically, I don't know what level they have to be, but they have to be on pretty high level so that you can express yourself in a 3D space everywhere, and it looks good with real life objects. So that seems like a pretty big task.
What's the question?
Yeah, I'm wondering if you have thought of like what kind of tools will be available for the users. So you demonstrated some 3D objects that they can place, but is that it, or do you have more ambitious plans?
Yes, so this application can be developed until the sky is the limit. We would want to include just very powerful tools, as I mentioned in the presentation, for people to express themselves creatively.
So
it is in our slogan. We want creativity, yes.
So the initial plan was to share an original picture of a ugly place or a really unattractive area of a city, and the user can use this tool in order to put some kind of objects or make suggestions and post it as well, so other people can see it and vote it, which would go to the local municipality in order to make it real.
Does that like fit your question?
Okay, thank you.
Colin, can
Okay,
I say a
so
couple words, because I do have to run?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I want to thank everybody for presenting. I'm just sorry I have to run. I have a dinner engagement. I've been pushing a lot already, but it was really great, and yeah, it's super nice to see you guys all working on this over the weekend and coming up with these 3 great ideas. So I gave my input, and I look forward to finding out the winner. So thank you again, and Have a
Thank you
good
very
night from
much.
me. Sorry, I can't be longer. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Sometimes places might get nicer by removing items. So what do you do then?
Yes, that's true. We were thinking about also graffitis, which like contain some kind of obscene or vulgar titles or texts, and this could be also useful for covering those up. So this app would basically use plane detection or surface detection in order to detect the surface and put some kind of objects or images or any kind of two or three-dimensional object to cover them as well. So it wouldn't be only for including objects. It would be also useful for recovering destructed areas of the cities. So yes. Did I answer your question?
Maybe we can have like a quick response
I
from.
guess there are some latency in the live stream, so we have to wait for a bit for Professor Oing to reply.
I think we have one question from the audience. Is that right? Tanis, is that right? Tanis, you have a question?
I have a question regarding.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Oh, you can say.
A question regarding how will multiple objects placed in the same place be treated. So, for example, if 20 people decide to put 40 different objects on some stairs, how will this crowded space be?
Excellent question. So the same area wouldn't be some kind of common workplace. So it's like every individual person would make their own suggestion and they would upload it. It's kind of starting a discussion at which one of suggestions are the best. That's why there are votes for these suggestions to pick the top or the best one, and then this best suggestion would be sent to the local municipality to encourage a new development of that area. So
I was just thinking that maybe some filtering process might be involved before placed there because
I can't hear it.
The community.
Sorry, wait a minute. Now we can hear you. Yep.
Yeah.
I was thinking that a filtering process might be mandatory because every time the community is given free choice and free options to place anything freely somewhere, it leads to confusion and chaos. So filtering would definitely be good.
So that would be definitely included.
Yeah, and of course we could use AI-powered tools with image recognition to see if an object is vulgar or it's not by the community rules.
Okay.
Do we have another question from the jury, or are we all set up? If yes, I think we now had the presentations. It's now all about the jury. We will know in 10 minutes who is going to win the 1,000 euro prize money. I think every team did very well, so please give a round of applause to the teams. Thank you very much for contributing the whole weekend. It was very nice. And in 10 minutes, we will see each other here on stage. All participants come to the stage here. We will make a photo of everyone. And yeah, in 10 minutes, we will progress.
Yeah. As you like. Jo, ich bin da.
have one. So it could be good. When they ask because of the marketing costs, this will be a struggle, but I think you managed it very well. I found the third idea very interesting. Yeah, to make better places so everyone knows some dirty places in his own city. You are joined with the Oculus, right? Okay.
Okay, so oh, wait a minute. Okay, so every jury member has voted, and we are adding up the points right now. We'll just we only need a few minutes now, adding up the points. We're not the best in math, so can be 1 or 2 minutes. You're already at the podium.
Exactly.
Good presentation, guys. Like, good work.
It was a lot of fun.
Har datingplatformen Hackathon i VR? VR Disco, alt sådan noget.
Jamen, de har jo bare med på DR, hvor at de satte folk, der har svært ved at date IRL, ligesom prøve ind i VR, og så date mig online, eller hvad fanden det hedder.
Alright.
Så ja, det har de lavet.
When you guys split up the teams, how did you decide who went where?
Men problemet er jo bare,
Når
du så skal man have sådan noget med nogle online spil, altså man kan også spille spil her og sådan noget, ikke? Altså, skulle det bare være sådan noget, hvor man ligesom kunne... man er ikke god til at snakke sammen uden... ude i den virkelige verden, så er man jo heller ikke nødvendigvis god til at snakke herinde, jo.
Tværtimod, det bliver da lidt sværere, altså. Vinder det, fordi man...
det tænker jeg da også.
Stopper, ikke?
Like coders
or
programmers.
Det er jo bare ikke helt det samme.
But yeah, and like
Faktorer
first day we had like a big mix-up because we had 37 participants signed up, and like only 12 people came, so it was a bit chaotic, you know, like to mix the team anew. And also we had like we tried to put the Estonian guys together, like that we could have one offline group. But yeah, it was. Yeah, we also try to mix it up and like have even teams.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought you guys
technical background in the same team.
All at the same background. Yeah, we ended up with a lot of
with technical background.
Yeah, like
we realized
only had like one.
Business people.
Yeah. Like, I think in team 2 we had Orkun with like a business background, and in team 3 I think we had like one designer, but everyone else had like a technical background, so it was more or less a lot of like technical people here. Yeah, like we are trying to next year like maybe get even more different backgrounds. And I think next time we will have like a check-in. We know who exactly comes, so we will maybe like it will be maybe have an entry fee of like 10 euros or whatever, but you will get like a T-shirt or something. We'll probably do something like that, so we can be sure that people actually are here.
Yeah, because one of our guys
ensure that to come.
Yeah.
Did you
but I think it worked
advertise?
out great with the teams.
Did you guys advertise like through the schools? Because none of my classmates even knew this was happening. I only found out.
We had
through
we had like a lot of marketing actually, and we partnered up with like a few different institutes in the cities. Like we had like 3 different partners in Aarhus, for example, in Denmark, and also in Tallinn, in Mektori, and in Vasa also. And it was more like, we gave them all the marketing materials. We made some marketing on online, but also we relied a bit on the partners to actually tell the people, you know. Like we also had like our universities in Kiel, where we asked
Francesca?
people, and
Can you look at the Discord chat?
Yes.
Casper wrote something for us.
Yeah, we noticed that actually the Facebook advertisement was the best one. Like,
Temu, can you look there too? Thank you.
like
For example,
a lot of people
I
saw the
ad from 2 different places on Facebook, so that kind of worked.
Oh, nice. And have you seen it offline, like in your university or stuff?
No, but in fairness, I haven't been to the university over
Yeah.
2 weeks. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'm quite excited.
Something up in the university. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like next time we have like to do more Facebook advertisement. It's like this was the most efficient way of advertising the event. Facebook, after all, knows what you are liking. We try to also like get some people from the art college, you know. Like we got Sarah here, but we try to have more people from like a designing background. And also like we have a lab institute for XR also in Kiel, which we are actually also from. But like people were they had to do a lot of stuff right now, so the hackathon was a bit too much for them. That was unfortunately. So maybe next year we will maybe, because we partnered up with the universities, so maybe we can do something like people will get credit points for participating in this hackathon. I feel like this would be nice.
Yeah, universities usually ask for a quite big number of hours for credit points.
Yeah. But did you like the hackathon? Was it alright?
Not learned, but had time to practice a few things that I wasn't used to. I worked with Unity for a school project, but nothing more. This was very intense. It's quite fun.
And would you have liked to work have like one online guy there, or like would you prefer like working in an offline setting? Because you were the only offline team. Was that like a benefit, or would you have liked to have one guy from online?
Depends on what task we can assign to that person. For example, if somebody is doing the Unity part of the project and the other person that's in another city is doing like a 3D model, some designing, then it's okay. We share it with people. Depends on what kind of workload is shared.
Yeah. So one thing I think next time we are gonna have like a specific problem, you know, to solve. So you don't have such a hard time in the beginning. We had like very broad ideas, but which was good in the one way, but maybe we like make it more, you know, like have like one problem. Yeah. Yeah, we tried a lot of things here with the hackathon. A lot of new things with the alt space environment. And like, yeah, well. Yeah.
It's fun to learn something new about this space.
Oh, Janos has a new. Janos has a new dress.
Oh.
I'm right here.
Is this your ceremony outfit?
It is. You changed as well, right? Now we're like getting into the big party.
I think I put on a hat. I think that's it.
It's true.
Okay. Susanne, what do you think about this room here?
Sometimes I disappear. I don't know why.
Yeah, we have like some rabbitables with like a weird alt space bugs. And like,
do you know why the holo camera is looking
gave
up?
us some bugs, unfortunately, just before the event.
Nope.
We try to, work
No,
through them.
It could be interesting to like have a gallery somewhere where we can kind of see the images, photos.
Seeing you're using a new platform now for your conference, is that right?
Yes, with the logic. Use the logic for our conference.
Are we
that would be a new experience, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting interesting. Like we also tried to use a web platform, but we weren't sure about the performance. But the old space environment was like, I don't know, it's quite hard to log in, you know, and I actually like Microsoft has like.
Do you feel it in your head? Having to be in VR for so long time?
So we're thinking about like.
Yeah, it was quite taxing on shoulders, also. Not the shoulders, the neck, but
your neck, yes. Because you had to turn your head all the time.
That also was mostly just the weight of the headset.
Okay. Which one are you using? You're not using one right now, are you?
No, I'm using my computer right now.
You're on your computer.
It's a big experience.
Which one did you use?
You get some funny moments.
I think Oculus Quest. Not sure if it's the first or the second one.
And it's something
Quest.
different.
The wireless one.
Yeah. The black and the white. Said.
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
No, was it the black or the white one?
The white one.
White one, yeah, the Quest 2.
Yeah.
Guys, let's do a team selfie. I'm gonna take a selfie now. Just stay behind. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Joel, you're not there. Let's try. Let's try again. So,
Tell me where it should
3, 2, 1. Yeah. This is cool.
Here, that would be more compelling. There's something that we need right now. No, I'm just asking. What do you think about this space and what could be done to make it even more compelling?
Ich glaube, das Problem, was wir auch noch haben, ist, das hatte ich ja jetzt auch, irgendwann wird die Brille heiß oder der Akku ist leer. Das heißt, die Leute haben halt auch nur eine begrenzte Aufmerksamkeitsspanne oder die Möglichkeit überhaupt, die Brille zu nutzen.
Yeah, I do agree.
Might also be things are very generic, so it's obviously the same building blocks. Not that it shouldn't be when you build it. Once you've done, you'll be skinning it somehow. More different textures would be nice.
Yeah.
Ja, aber cool, dass das noch geklappt hat, dass du dann
I mean, it's not for the guys who made it, but it's really for the for Microsoft to add something there.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a winner soon?
I think so. We need to ask.
Ich schreibe es dir gerade.
nice feedback from the jury. We will, after the event, we will publish the feedback. They had some good words for all your ideas. But there can only be one winner, right? And I hope you made some contacts with your team. I think. So I hope everybody has got some experience. We got some experience, and we're very happy to have you. But now let's go for the part. The winner is 231 points. Is Team 1. Team 1 wins. Please come to the stage.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, you guys did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Thank you. Did it.
So thanks everyone. Thanks for all the votes, and also thanks for all the participants. I think it was really good. All the ideas were really interesting, and most importantly, I'm so happy, and I'm sure all of our team is so happy to meet everyone individually, all the organizers, all the XR Ocean team, all the XR Ocean team, all the participants, everyone. So thanks a lot. It was really one of the
amazing weekend,
amazing experiences that we couldn't even imagine, like this hackathon in VR. Come on. So yeah, really good, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, congratulations, Håkon. You did it.
Thank you,
Sammy,
guys. Thank you.
Niklas, and Joel.
Great team.
job from all of you.
Thank you.
Great team.
Thank you, yeah. We're gonna have a quick word with Alexander. Alexander is the also head of the real estate in Kiel, and he's one of the initiators of the project. So let's welcome Alexander here to the stage.
Yeah, thanks, Colin. So I hope you can hear me, guys. Congratulations from my end too. So we're super proud of you. It's a great idea for your presentation. So on behalf of Viele Nachrichten and of our co-working space, Schleswig, we would like to thank everybody, the winning team, and everyone who was involved into this hackathon. Thanks to all the partners in Estonia, in Finland, in Denmark, in Germany. We are so proud that we got this running within the very few weeks of time. To all the members, jury members, attendees, all the supporters. And our special thanks to the organizers here in Kiel. You guys made a great job. Dennis, Colin, Benedict, Marie and Olaf. So it's really been amazing what you've been credits from us. And yeah, last but not least, we're extremely happy to get this whole project, the XR Ocean cluster, running, and especially we're super proud of the international collaboration for this really pioneering project and work. And we think, well, this is just a small start, but we are really curious and really looking for the great future potential of this network. So thanks to all of you, and thanks for the great work. We had great fun, and see you soon.
Thank you, Alexander.
Thank you to Alexander.
And also, I want to say a big shout out to, I think it was one of the MVPs, to Janus, for sticking to the teams, like being a really nice mentor, being always available. Thank you very much to Denmark, to Aarhus, and also the other mentors, Ulf and Sebastian. Thank you very much for making this possible. And also the guys from the Mectory. thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's it actually. Now it's up to you. Like, if you want to stay here and have a quick talk, exchange numbers or LinkedIn profiles or whatever, do as you like. I hope you follow those ideas.
Actually,
I think
just a
were
second,
quite
Colin,
nice.
before everybody
Yeah.
leaves.